In this little video, I'm going to show you how to do the wood grain just with dye. It's not really wood grain, but the same type of effect. I did not clean out my water container because I had previously washed red dye brushes in them. And I thought, well, maybe that little bit of red in there when I dilute the brown dye might just be nice. So in this one, I'm going to put 2 drops on that one, full strength. It is Timber Brown from EcoFlow. It's really my favorite color for these. I'll show you more about it when I get to the already tooled wood grains. But I first want to do this. It's kind of transition between the wood grains and the... Okay, so what I use is, you can see here, is a very small, thin brush, but with as long as hair as I have. That means it can hold quite a bit of dye, but the tip that touches the leather is very thin. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the dye that I have half dye, half water, and I'm just going to start and do lines. Now you can see this is very light, and I fade it out. Let me take a full strength thing of dye. Again, the one that's and so I'm just going to play with this like this, and I can go up and down to give it a bit more texture, bit more roughness, like that. Let me add a bit of full strength in here, undiluted dye. You'll see that I kind of use employ a bit of a dry brush technique in between, in that I let the dye totally dry off and leave the brush completely, and then and that's what they call a dry brush technique. It fades out to nothing. And where I want a thick swath, there I put the brush down flat, like this. So this little brush gives me a lot of flexibility in applying the dye. So, not very complicated. Same as with the carving of the wood effect. You want it as unpatterned as well, how do you put it? Unrestricted, unorganized as possible. Just with long, thin lines. And that's as simple as that. And You know, as long as you do this consistently, it doesn't really matter that it might not be realistic or anything like that. Uh, as long as you're consistent, you do the whole surface more or less the same, then it looks deliberate. Okay, and there we go. I think I'll leave it like that. Maybe a little bit of a darker line in here. And maybe from this side. There we go. Okay. It's as simple as that. All you want is to create that illusion. And when you're done, when you look at it from a distance, it will look like wood, as if you tooled it. So it's simple like that. Next one, we will show the coloring of the actual carved wood pieces. But I just wanted to show you this one. It's not exactly a wood grain effect. It was done with a hair blade tool, but more or less taking the same pattern as the wood grain effect, with lines running all over the show, and it gives a nice effect. When we color it, maybe this one will have to have some special treatment. Let's see. Any case, so for now, wood with only made by dyeing leather.